Good Saturday morning, early risers. I'm Jennifer Mullen, and this is your CBS6Albany.com morning update. New this morning, a 5.1 earthquake has shaken the Los Angeles area, and it happened an hour after a smaller quake shook the area overnight. The area is dealing with a lot of aftershocks right now. We're told the quake was centered in Orange County, and right now there are no reports of any injuries so far, just minor damage. 2 Royal Malaysian Air Force planes arrived in Perth this morning to help search for the missing flight MH370. The Australian Maritime Agency says it's analyzing photos taken Friday of rectangular objects seen in a new search area of the Indian Ocean that are the same colors of the missing Malaysia Airlines jet. A Chinese ship that is part of the multinational search team will try to locate and recover those objects today. Well, the legislative leaders and their staff, they're trying to churn out a budget. Midnight was the deadline for wrapping up budget bills that are supposed to sit for 3 days before lawmakers vote on them. And at the moment, things aren't looking good. Monday night's deadline at midnight is just 2 days away. Late Friday afternoon, the Senate co-leaders had differing stories. Dean Skello said, as far as he's concerned, there's a deal. Jeff Klein said that's not the case, but that they're close. We'll continue to stay on top of that for you and bring you the very latest. A Troy man facing federal child porn charges has been captured again in Florida, but this time he's not being let go. 25-year-old Jesse Sawyer is accused of raping 3 young children and then posing in pictures with them earlier this month. This is video from earlier Friday. Sawyer was briefly detained in Florida on Thursday, but released due to procedural delays. Troy police are awaiting Sawyer's extradition. He could be facing anywhere from 15 to 30 years in prison. Well, we're following developing story. A massive car recall is growing. GM is recalling 824,000 more vehicles in addition to the 1.6 million small cars already recalled for an ignition switch flaw. General Motors is also ordering dealers to stop selling most Chevrolet Cruzes already on lots, but they're not explaining the reason why. A GM spokesman says models with the 1.4-liter turbo engine are affected, but no recall has been issued on cars already sold. The experts have a few tips when it comes to doing a little spring cleaning on what you eat, specifically for cutting out junk food. I know that's not what you want to hear on your weekend, but try keeping a journal of what you eat and you'll see lots of patterns go the right way. It's important to note that there's a lot of websites and apps like MyFitnessPal.com, one of my favorites, that will actually calculate salt intake and fat calories for you. If you don't have the time to prepare meals, turns out that's not really a good excuse to turn to junk food because experts say some of the healthiest meals have the fewest ingredients and shouldn't take very long to prepare. And one last thing to keep in mind, I know you've heard it 1,000 times, but the statement holds true: everything in moderation. You can still enjoy the occasional treat, which of course is what you want to hear this weekend. It's on to the second round of the NCAA tournament for the Union College Skating Dutchmen. Union topped Vermont 5-2 in the first round of the tournament Friday afternoon in Bridgeport, Connecticut. They're going to face Providence later on today, and a win will send Union to their second ever Frozen Four. Not to be outdone after Taco Bell launched its first ever breakfast menu this week. McDonald's, they've got the gloves on. They're fighting back. It's offering customers nationwide a free small cup of McCafe coffee for 2 weeks. The promotion starts on Monday, and it's going to be only at participating locations. Definitely something to take advantage of. All right, a funny note to end on. So many of you know that I report during the week, and as a reporter, take my word for it, every so often, we kind of have to deal with the unexpected. This poor girl, go figure, her name is also Jennifer. She and her photographer Marcus ran into some goat trouble in Florida during one of their live shots. The goat said, "That's enough, no more. Time for you to leave." They backed the photographer into the news truck and then they chased off the reporter. Angry goats too. In the video, you can clearly see one of them ramming its head into the truck. So not very happy about the TV crew being there. Or maybe they thought that they were meteorologists and they were just not very thrilled with the forecast. And if that's the case, I'm with them. All right, that's your CBS6Albany.com morning update. Check back throughout the morning for updates and breaking news. Eric's going to have that latest weather forecast right here on our homepage. I'm Jennifer Mullen. Have a great Saturday. I'll see you tomorrow morning.